Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of SNL, Saturday Night Library Trivia. This series was created by Carrie and Amber from the Pal Branch, and I'm your host, Mandy, also from the Pal Branch. Here are the rules. Today there are 60 total questions. Grab a piece of paper and a pen if you want. This time I would actually recommend it because you're going to be calculating the amount that you win. Feel free to pause this video at any time. Don't cheat, and the prize for the winning person or team is that you are obviously a genius because this is Jeopardy! I'm sorry. Today, in honor of Alex Trebek's last week of filmed Jeopardy episodes, we are going to be doing Jeopardy questions. These are real Jeopardy questions. Each one is going to have a money amount just like normal Jeopardy. The thing I did not do, you don't really have to do the who is what is because it's going to be too hard to write down. So I would just write down the amount of money that you're winning. Okay, get ready. Dude could actually dance. Jeopardy! Toast for 200. Starkist's recipe for this grilled sandwich includes toast, onions, celery, mayo, and cheese. Also bonus, this will be a lot slower than Jeopardy. Like, take your time, write it down. I'm going to give you like 5-6 seconds. Normally it's like beep, beep, and that's it. Oh, I should say too, most of these I didn't do the same category over and over again. There was one, a couple that I liked, multiple questions. There was one I really liked, but most are just random stuff. Human body for 400. As you might guess by its name, the nasalis is a muscle in this facial feature. Beatles' last lines for 200. All the lonely people, where do they all belong? I put a second Beatles question because I like the Beatles, so get ready. If you don't know the Beatles, sorry, there's two of them. Beatles' last lines for 300. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. I like the song. Animal anagrams for 200. So this is an animal word scrambled, hence anagram. Seeing this baby animal was like a balm to me. These are the Jeopardy questions I cannot ever get right. The anagrams, the ones where it's like, oh, U and T appear in every word. Ugh, I can't. On the label for 400, the I in this General Mills cereal is dotted with the cereal itself. On the label for 1600, this is a hard one. The logo of this brand of baking soda features the slogan, the standard of purity. Bully for 200, so the answer is going to have the word bull in it. Where the relievers wait, talk, and chew until the latter stages of a baseball game. Bully for 800. Hit the double this in the pub and you'll score 50 points. Music opening numbers for 200. So this is a musical. Chim Chim Cheree. Musical opening numbers for 600. Why can't the English? Male newborns for 200. Panda, hyena, or lion. So an animal baby from all of those species, what it's called. Roles in common for 2000. So these are all actors that played the same role and then a description of the character. Val Kilmer, Dennis Quaid, Kirk Douglas as a frontier dentist. I love one of these movies. We've probably talked about one of these movies before if you've seen the show before. So good. Weirdly, I thought, because I love this movie, the other ones in this category were way harder, but I like this movie, so. Ingredients in the Macbeth Witch's Cauldron for 400. Eye of this amphibian. Ingredients in the Macbeth Witch's Cauldron for 1,000. Toe of this amphibian. This is a messed up cauldron. I'll need some backup for 200. So this is name the main star, and I'm going to give you the backup band. Blank and the Gang. I'll need some backup for 400. Blank and the Pips. I'll need some backup for 600. This is the category I liked. Blank and the Crickets. I'll need some backup for 800. Blank and the Sunshine Band. And I'll need some backup for 1,000. Blank and the Wailers. It's the police for 200. To officially record a charge against an arrestee. Do it, Dano. That's like a clue. 5-letter capitals for 200. 12 avenues radiate from the Place de Charles de Gaulle in this city. My French is terrible. Place Charles de Gaulle. I just gave you guys a clue, huh? Well, anyway, there was a clue anyway. All right. Food and drink for 200. It's the traditional meat in a Greek gyro. Food and drink for 300. In 1998, Barq's, a brand of this beverage, celebrated its 100th birthday. I almost just said it. If you say the brand name, it may come to you. Strange but true for 200. Lily pads must have made une impression on him, as this man painted over 200 versions of them. Sorry, you guys have to hear my French twice. It's painful. F words for 100. It's also called the crazy bone, which sounds humorous to us. Jokes. I wonder what the Jeopardy writers are like. They seem like they've got puns galore. Zoology for 100. These wingless bloodsuckers often infest sleeping quarters. Don't let them bite. So the clue here is wingless. I'll give you a clue, it is not bats. They don't really often bite humans anyway. Zoology for 200. The woolly bear caterpillar grows up to be the Isabella tiger species of this insect. Right on, sister, for 200. This little house on the prairie chick once served as poultry editor for the St. Louis Star. What is a poultry editor, I ask myself. Famous Americans for 400. Ralph Capone was an important figure in organized crime, like his brother, whom he survived. Famous Americans for 600. In her lifetime, this dollar coin suffragette's autograph was traded much like baseball cards today. Conventions for 100. On Saturday Night Live, William Shatner told attendees at this type of convention to, quote, get a life. Obscure knowledge for 100. The houses of Lancaster and York used different colored types of these flowers as their symbol. Obscure knowledge for 500. Native Americans grew these together with corn and at harvest time combined them into Missisquatch. Missisquatch, yeah. Proverbs for 100. It makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. My dad says this. Nations of the world for 200. So the nation is going to have the letter N as its one of its letters. On the first Monday in June, this Kiwi country celebrates the Queen's birthday, the Queen being Elizabeth. All God's critters for 300. Males of this duck-billed mammal have poisoned spurs on each hind foot that can kill small animals. No, that's not true. I was like, is there only one duck-billed mammal? No, there's not. Because ducks are mammals, right? Am I right? I don't know. Yeah, they are. I think. No, they're not. What? We're learning as we go here, friends. That might be the only duck-billed mammal. Put it in the comments. I forgot about the criteria for mammals for a second there. I was thinking warm-blooded, and we're good. The Big Apple for 200. Sheep Meadow and the Turtle Pond can be found in this 843-acre public playground. The Big Apple for 400. A mast to tie dirigibles was added to this skyscraper, but only ever moored one successfully. That's one of the best words, dirigible. Dirigible. So for this, you want to think of buildings in New York that have a giant, like, mast on top. I guess now there's more because they're like cell phone towers, but think like older. Think dirigible. Dirigible. Literary openings for 200. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot. And I'm going to need the actual full title on this, not just the one part. Literary openings for 400. True, nervous, very, very dreadfully nervous. I have been, but why will you say that I am mad? I was close on that. I had been and am. But why will you say that I am mad? I'll give you a clue. This isn't Psycho. I got this wrong. I absolutely should have gotten this right. I was thinking Psycho. It's not Psycho. Literary openings for 600. It was a pleasure to burn. Think high school reading assignments if you're a certain age. Pass the cheese, please, for 400. Parmesan is named for Parma, and this other grated cheese is named for Italy's capital. Pass the cheese, please, for 600. The baby type of this Dutch cheese that's similar to Edam is usually encased in red wax. This is a good cheese. American history for 400. To reach eastern markets in the 1800s, Texas drovers, is that a word? Brought their cattle to Kansas via this trail. I mean, cowboys, I think, is a more commonly used thing. This is why every time I think I would be good on Jeopardy, like I should try out or something, I don't know that ducks aren't mammals, and I have never heard the word drover, so maybe not. Movies in other words for 100. So this is like a way to say the movie title in different words. Precipitation Guy. Movies in other words for 300. Sans shut-eye while inhabiting a city on the Puget Sound. So this is TV ratings, meaning content, not like Nielsen ratings, for 200. If we don't watch RL, a warning for this might be slapped on our show. I know that Jeopardy bleeps because there was just a contestant that won a bunch of money and was in the Tournament of Champions, but he kept accidentally cursing and they kept having to bleep him. And at some point, Alex Trebek was even like, we're going to have to bleep you like a lot. And he was like, oh. Beauty for 600. Because I'm worth it is a slogan of this line of cosmetics from Paris. U.S. Army 5-star generals for 200. He was the last one who also served as U.S. president. This was a longer time ago than I would have thought. TV hospitals for 200. So this is the name of a TV hospital, and you have to name the show. Seattle Grace. habitat for you, manatee. For 200. These writers are crazy. This U.S. state where you're the official marine mammal. Manatees are mammals. Dang it. All right, get ready for some answers. Here we go. So what I would do is keep track of your, if you got it right, just write down the amount and then you can tabulate your score. Toast for 200, that is a tuna melt. Human body for 400, the nasalis is the nose. Beatles' last lines, all the lonely people, is Eleanor Rigby. Beatles' last lines for 300 is blackbird. Animal anagrams for 200, balm equals lamb. On the label for 400, the I in General Mills Cheerios is dotted with the Cheerio. On the label for 1600, standard of purity is arm and hammer. Bully for 200, baseball guys sit in the bullpen. Bully for 800, if you get a double bullseye, you get 50 points. It's not called drafts here. Is that even the right game? I'm thinking darts. Put in the comments if in England they call it drafts. I'm not sure. Music openings, Jim Cheree is Mary Poppins. Why Can't the English is My Fair Lady. I didn't know that Homer was a fan. Male newborns, lion, panda, and hyena, cubs. Roles in common for 2000, it would be Doc Holliday. Tombstone is like one of my favorite movies. I really love Val Kilmer in it. So good. Ingredients in the Macbeth Witch's Cauldron for 400, it is eye of newt and toe of frog. I'll need some backup for 200 is Kool and the Gang. For 400 is Gladys Knight and the Pips. For 600, Buddy Holly and the Crickets. For 800, KC and the Sunshine Band. And for 1,000, Bob Marley and the Wailers. It's the Police for 200, book 'em, Dano. I couldn't find a really good Hawaii Five-0 gif, and librarians like books and that, so it's books. 5-letter capitals. I said French, so it's Paris. Sorry, I gave that one away. Food and drink for 200. The traditional meat in a Yiddo is lamb. Here you can get all kinds of stuff, but in Greece, lamb is traditional. Also, Yiddo. Ha! Food and drink for 300. Barks makes root beer. Strange but true for 200. Claude Monet painted a whole bunch of lily pads, thus the lily pad. F words for 100. The humerus is also known as the funny bone. I hit mine while I was recording this, and it really hurt. Zoology for 100. Don't let the bed bugs bite. No. Amber of the Pal Branch really, really does not want to discuss an insect at any point, and these are her least favorite. Zoology for 200. The woolly bear caterpillar actually grows up to be a moth. If you said butterfly, we got this wrong together. Also, the contestant on Jeopardy got this wrong. Right On Sister for 200. Little House on the Prairie author is Laura Ingalls Wilder. Famous Americans for 400. Ralph Capone's brother was obviously Al Capone. Famous Americans for 600. Susan B. Anthony. Her autograph was traded like a baseball card. If you Google her grave, people put the dollar coin on top of it on like voting day and stuff. It's cool. Conventions for 100. William Shatner told Trekkies to get a life, but I'm a Trekkie, so whatever. Shut up, Bill Shatner, whatever. He's kind of gotten over that whole being angry about Star Trek thing now, and Leonard Nimoy definitely did too, so I guess we're at peace. Obscure knowledge for 100. The houses of Lancaster and York used a red and a white rose as their symbol. Obscure knowledge for 500. Native Americans grew these two things together. It was corn and lima beans. That sounds disgusting. Proverbs for 100. Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. If you said no work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, that's The Shining. nations of the world for 200. The first Monday in June, it is New Zealand. All God's critters for 300. A platypus is a duck-billed mammal that has poisonous spurs, the craziest of all animals. The Big Apple for 200. Sheep Meadow is in Central Park. The Big Apple for 400. The Empire State Building. You used to be able to tie your dirigible is another word for like a blimp. You used to be able to tie those to the Empire State Building apparently, but only one person ever tried. Literary openings for 200. Every Christmas Down in Whoville is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I will not accept just the Grinch. 400 is The Telltale Heart. I should have known this, and I actually got this one wrong. I love Poe. Literary openings for 600. It was a pleasure to burn is Fahrenheit 451. Pass the cheese, please. It is Parmigiano Romano. Cheese. Pass the cheese, please, for 600. Baby type of Edam is Gouda. That's how the pun for our local cheese shop, the Greater Gouda. See? Gouda. American history for 400. Cowboys brought their cattle to Kansas along the Chisholm Trail. I only included this question because my husband sings the song from Chisholm, John Chisholm, every time he hears the word Chisholm, so I'm sure as we are watching this that he is doing that now. If your husband or wife also enjoys the Chisholm Trail, I hope you enjoy being serenaded as well. Movies, in other words, Precipitation Guy is Rain Man for 100. Movies, in other words, for 300. Sans shut-eye while inhabiting a city on the Puget Sound is Sleepless in Seattle. TV ratings, content for 200. The L means language. I kind of gave this one away too, but it's fine. Beauty for 600. Because I'm Worth It is L'Oreal. U.S. 5-star Army generals. The last one to be elected as president is Eisenhower, which is what, like 50, late 40s, early 50s. That's like a while ago. TV hospitals for 200. Seattle Grace is on Grey's Anatomy. And Habitat for You Manatee for 400. The U.S. state where manatee is the official marine mammal is Florida, because there's a lot of them down there. So how did you do? This game, this round, this whole thing, we had a possible of $20,900 that you could win. Fake money, don't come to the library and ask for a check. We do not have that money. So add up how much money, fake money, do not come to the library for a check, you got on this. And then I would say if you got more than $10,000, you did very, very well. The thing about Jeopardy is it's really hard. Everybody has holes in their knowledge. Some people know things about things and other things, but some people don't know. So if you got less than that, don't feel bad. Jeopardy is really tough. So Godspeed, Alex Trebek. Thanks for all the questions. Thanks for all the fun. Thanks for playing, everybody. Please join us again next week. Our theme for next week is going to be DreamWorks.